Welcome to the introduction to Bash. Uh, we're just going to be doing a high-level overview of Bash as a scripting environment. So Bash is part of the GNU package. Bash actually means the Bourne-Again Shell. This is a play on the author Stephen Bourne, who created the original Unix SH or Unix shell. So this is the Bourne-Again shell. It's a Unix SH compatible shell and incorporated all of the best features of some of the more modern shells like K shell and C shell. It was designed to be an IEEE compliant or an IEEE POSIX compliant shell, which means you should be able to take anything Bash from one system and apply it to another system using Bash. So that's what POSIX means. It's the Portable Operating System Interface, or POSIX. And this was the IEEE standard, IEEE P1003.2. And again, basically it just means that it's Bash is Bash is Bash no matter where you go. Here's just a screenshot of what it might look like using Bash on your system. Bash has been around for quite some time. Again, it's a GNU product by the Free Software Foundation. It is by far the most popular shell. You may recall a couple years ago there was actually a large vulnerability in Bash. That vulnerability was nicknamed Shell Shock. I'll leave that as an exercise for you to do a little research on. Some of the nice things about Bash is it's got tab line completion, which of course you know from your Linux class. Bash has a command history, and Bash also allows for your standard in, standard out, standard error redirects, which are very very handy. Bash is available for everything. As a matter of fact, it's actually included now with Windows 10, at least as far as the Windows 10 anniversary update and later. With Mac, it's actually the default shell, as well as the default shell in Linux. If you're looking for Bash on Windows, it's now called the Windows Subsystem for Linux. And this is Microsoft's attempt to embrace Linux operating system, so they're including Bash. It's supposed to be Linux compatible on Windows, or at least Linux binary compatible, without actually using any Linux code. So I'm still getting mixed results and mixed reports of the functionality, but here's a screenshot of our favorite Cowse running on Bash on Windows. Here's just a very simple example code on Bash. You can see we start our Bash script with shebang, and then where Bash lives on our system. I set a string variable and then just echo that string variable back out to the screen. Some good resources for Bash. Of course, because it's a GNU product, you can go to the official GNU website. There's a couple links there too. I see I think are really good resources for referencing and using Bash. So I encourage you to check out those links and review those.